I call the tar sands the black hole at the center of our country. There's a huge amount of denial. A lot of people are not comfortable with the tar sands. They don't like to look at it too closely.
There's never been a story anywhere near as important as climate change. It's by far the biggest thing that human beings have ever done. And right now, the fight over the tar sands is one of the most important front lines in that fight.
I'm Linda Solomon. I'm publisher of the Vancouver Observer. I lead a team of journalists that are some of the best in Canada. At its essence, journalism is a fearless voice of the people and a public trust. It is in that spirit that our team seeks to cover one of the biggest issues facing us today, the oil sands, to some, the tar sands. No matter what you call it, it's an issue that polarizes politics and fuels conflict way beyond Canada's borders.
We live here. This is our home and native land, and we will stand and defend that land with our very last breath.
This is a story about passionate, conflicted, and hardworking people who are faced with a choice about what they want their future to look like.
People look at it as a great opportunity, and they're very happy for me, and they're like, you know, you're doing good work and you're getting ahead in life. It gives me a sense of satisfaction that I built something, not necessarily built oil sands.
Right now, this country is so blind because the government has a way of keeping everything under the table. They have a good way of hiding what's wrong.
A lot of men in the industrial heartland of Alberta have been living with blood-related cancer. But when I spoke to some residents, I found out they have been paid by industry to be silenced.
There's so much information out there that I think a lot of people aren't being exposed to actually make informed decisions.
We want to travel to Fort McMurray and all across the communities where pipelines are planned. We'll be covering the complexities, the struggles, and the gray zones where the issue isn't all black and white.
For a lot of people in Canada, there's not a lot of options. It's running the Canadian economy, it's running our cars, it's a double-edged sword.
It's one of the 3 or 4 huge carbon bombs really on planet Earth.
And I think a lot of Americans don't actually realize that we're their #1 supplier of oil now.
And what do we get out of it? Nothing but death.
There's never 100% certainty in anything when it has to do with oil.
Now is the time that something needs to be done.
Now is the time that these stories need to get out.
For all of us, it's about the kind of economy, the kind of world we want for our children and ourselves. Please empower the Vancouver Observer to continue to cover this pivotal issue. Please give what you can.